Okay. Thank you so much for the, being on the admin side, and thank you so much for your seva. Really appreciate that. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Don't miss out any opportunity to say the Mahamantra. Krishna is sitting next to you. This book is a very, 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 very important book. Perfect questions, perfect answers. This is a conversation between Prabhupada and Bob Cohen. And this conversation went on for almost a week. And lot of secrets are hidden over there. Bob Cohen, his name, Dikshit name was, you know, Brahma, Brahmamitra Das. He was initiated by Prabhupada. You can see him. So Bob Cohen, after graduating college with a BSc in chemistry, he joined the Peace Corps and came to India as a science teacher. In India, he inquired about the Hare Krishna movement. When he met Prabhupada in 1972, he asked him if he had any questions. The devotees had explained that Prabhupada could answer any question about spiritual life because he represents a disciplic succession of spiritual masters connecting directly to Krishna. So, basis that question answer session, he brought out this beautiful. Prabhupada was very pleased with him and he answered his questions over 7 days. And Prabhupada was patiently trying to help Bob understand Krishna is the supreme enjoyer, the supreme friend, and the supreme proprietor. So I will share with you the free flowing questions which Bob had said, and I'm sure almost each one of us has the same question. There is not a single question which Bob had asked which is not a question which is a question for us. So I will just share with you the question and then we will talk about the answer. What kind of process must I follow to feel the soul inside? Right? In the earlier book, we have addressed that in great detail. We spent almost 40 minutes, 45 minutes in terms of doing that, cultivating the soul, right? The question was, do you receive some knowledge directly from Krishna? He has asked Prabhupada this question. And I told you, you should daily talk to Krishna. Is charity ignorance? The question which was asked. We have also discussed about it in the last thing. Mode of goodness, if it is linked to me, I, will not lead you anywhere. What is the status of service minus devotion? And we have discussed what devotional service is. They will not take you anywhere. But we will come to the answers in detail. But I'm just trying to say that you have to be attentive. Most of the answers are coming directly or indirectly and elsewhere also. How can I come closer to God? Right? I think of myself too much. And this way, I can't think of God so much. So this is a problem we all face, na? Because we are all dominated by the mind. And we are all I centric. I think of myself too much. How can I forget about myself so I can concentrate on other things? We are asked, do you get disease? Do you get sickness? It's a normal thing which anybody would ask. By what kind of action does one earn good karma? What is intelligence? You remember in the last presentation we talked about Buddhi Yoga. What is the definition of Buddhi Yoga? And I emphasized so much about it. He is already asking what is intelligence. How can I feel God's presence? When I pray, does Krishna hear me? Feeling God both inside and outside. How do I do that? We have discussed each one of these in the last presentation, but this is something which is coming. There were many, many, many more questions which were there. Bob Cohen has asked almost 100 questions. And And the answers are there. So we picked up some of the most important ones. Now let us come to what Prabhupada's answers have been. Right? So we will go into what the answers are. If you want to get liberation from the material world, then attachment should be reduced to it. This is one of the things which is coming up, that attachment should be reduced to it. You please, he's not saying you don't do your duty. Do all your duties. Do all your duties. But you should not have an attachment to it. Okay? So please try to understand. There is a very, very, very big difference between that. And then the best thing is to dovetail all those things with it. If you're doing a duty to your office, to your boss, think that duty is being given to Krishna. If you're walking to your office, think that that is the office of Krishna. Okay? Increase attachment, Increasing attachment to home, land, and children is not our business. Okay? But as a duty, if you're doing it and you're doing it as a seva to Krishna, then what is happening? You're dovetailing it. Okay? Sex life is the basic principle of material life. It induces one to accumulate home, land, children, friendship, society. What happens when husband and wife get married? Then they think, okay, we have to get a new house, we have to get a new car, we have to get a new scooter, we have to get a new bank account, we have to get, now we have to have children, we have to send the children to school, then send to medical college, to IIT, then plan for our pension, XYZ. Sex life is the material basic principle for material life. It results into all these things. But nowhere it is being said that getting married is wrong. No. Because the Grast ashram is the basic essence on which the entire society is revolving around. If Grast ashram is not there, who will take care of the Brahmachari ashram? Who will take care of the Vanprastha ashram? Who will take care of the Sannyas ashram? Right? But as a concept, so that you can understand what is the difference, it is being made clear by Prabhupada. Because he was himself a Grast, na? Right? He was also a Grast, na? So a lot of acharyas in our parampara have been Grast. So you have to understand that that responsibility is also important. He is within your heart. He is always hearing you. Kohen asked, na, कि how do I find God? Where do I find Him? He is within your heart. He is always hearing you. Whether you are praying or not praying, whether you're praying or you're not praying, when you're doing some nonsense, He is also hearing you. Okay? Next is our stay is miserable and temporary. Next life you do not know. The soul is the same, but always individual. Soul is the same everywhere, but it is individual. It is you are have an individual soul, and God is in everyone's heart. You cannot understand God by your endeavor. Only if God reveals Himself. This is very important. Just read the last line again. You cannot understand God by your endeavor. Only if God reveals. I would like you to read it. So what does it mean? It means if you have love for God, if you have prem bhav for God, if you have bhakti for God, then only Lord reveals. Lord doesn't reveal if you have a lot of gyan. Lord reveals. Yes, gyan is definitely helpful. It will guide you. Without gyan, how will you reach? Because you won't get the direction. Point is, Prem bhav and developing that prem consciousness is something which is most eternal and important. Lord Krishna says, "Na, you offer me a fruit, a flower, water, or leaf." But he doesn't say this alone. He said, "With love, and I will accept it." If you offer him everything and if you offer it without love, he will not accept anything. You offer him everything you have got, but if you do not offer it with love, he will not accept it because anyway, everything belongs to him only, no? Okay? Shivani Mataji, you're okay? Hare Krishna. So, what does Prabhupada say? He says, abandon all varieties of religion. Krishna says, abandon all varieties of religion and just surrender unto me. So, even if you don't speak, if you simply think, I shall do it, Krishna hears because Krishna is seated in everyone's heart. This is in Bhagavad Gita 15.15. Praise to Krishna is our only business. It is there in Katha Upanishad 2.2.13. What does mean prayer means? Prayer in simple word is basically talking to Krishna. There are many people who are reciting prayers in Sanskrit, etc., without knowing the meaning of it, without feeling it from the heart. It will not help you because there is no difference between you and a parrot. All the parrots would have got self-realization. Na? They would have reached. All our parrots would be sitting in vacuum. No, Krishna is in the heart. Unless and until the bhav is there, the prem is there, prayer is equal to zero. So even if you do not say something, Krishna still hears you. So that is what is very important. So austerity is also something which Prabhupada has told us. Now, why austerity has been told as important? Because austerity is something which delinks us from materiality. And materiality takes us away from spirituality. That is the reason why austerity has been made important. That is the reason why Ekadasi is important. Because when Ekadasi is there, you try to remain away from material things. You focus more on chanting. It means you are moving more towards spirituality. So please try to understand. Lord is not trying to punish you. He doesn't want to punish you. You are his child, na? But the point is, he's trying to get you into the frequency from material frequency to spiritual frequency. Associate with spiritual life, develop a spiritual body is equal to Krishna consciousness. Have no material demand. Krishna says, have no material demand. What does this mean? It is very, very important. Look, understand one thing very clearly. If you have any material demand, Krishna is our father. He will ensure that you will get that. It may take you 1,000 births. You have decided, look, I want to be the Prime Minister of India. Then you have to take 1,000 births to come and then become the Prime Minister. Because once you have a desire, Krishna will fulfill it. So be careful about material desires. They are very dangerous. Material desires are your sure guarantee to take birth again and again. Very dangerous. Because Krishna will fulfill it. He is listening to everything. I said, okay, you are also my child. Okay, I'll fulfill it. Okay, I'll fulfill it after 10,000 births. Then you keep on coming. Okay, I'll fulfill it after 5 lakh births. You are trapped. So be very careful about that. Okay? Hare Krishna. A devotee is one who is always pleasing Krishna. He has no other business. That is a devotee. We discussed that in last presentation, right? Kushinendra Ramdas. You remember when we discussed this? Hare Krishna. The whole human life is meant for purification. A devotee's business is to please Krishna. He has no other business. Usha Mataji, you are getting this? Please note it down. A devotee's business is to please Krishna. He has no other business. Leela Swarup Mataji, please note it down. A devotee's business is to please Krishna. He has no other business. Krishna means his name, his form, his abode, his pastime, everything. What does this mean? It means Krishna is all around us. And we are thinking, oh, he will come in the physical form. Radha and Krishna will be sitting with me, and discussing with me. How was your day? How was your office? No, when he himself is there, his name, his form in the calendar, his form in the temple, his dham, his leelas, his word, his book, everything is Krishna, na? And within your heart is Krishna. And we are saying, when will I meet Krishna? When will I see Krishna? But Krishna got so bored here. He told you na that this is Krishna na. Why are you seeing in your own frame of mind? Because that is a material frame of mind. The spiritual definition is different. Spiritual frequency is different. Prabhupada was asked, have you seen Krishna? Prabhupada said, I am seeing Krishna more clearly than I can see you. And that person was standing next to him only. And that is true for each one of us. So please understand, if you are following Krishna, don't say that I have not seen Krishna. Oh, I saw Krishna in the temple. That is a deity. No, 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 no. There is no difference between deity and Krishna. There is no difference between word of Krishna and Krishna. There is no difference between the story of Krishna and Krishna. It is the same thing. Please get out of this material mindset. You are so lucky that you have taken birth in Sanatan Dharma. And more than that, you're so lucky that you have got Prabhupada to guide you. We are extremely lucky. Extremely lucky. So, Prabhupada says, I am lower than the worm in the stool. So, where we, Prabhupada, so this is what does it mean? It means that humility has to be our diamond and gold. A devotee must work under the direction of a bona fide spiritual master, not imitate the best devotee. Not imitate the best devotee. Prabhupada is saying a devotee must work under the direction of a bona fide spiritual master. Please, all of you, get your Diksha. There are still some few Guru Maharaj who are left, who are directly disciples of Prabhupada. And there are so many ones who are, disciples of them also. So it doesn't matter as long as the disciplic succession is there. Purify your life. We are in a very, very respectable and very, very powerful parampara. And we are very, very lucky. We are very, very lucky. For my sinful action, my spiritual master will suffer, or I will not commit even a pinch of sinful action. A lot of questions has been asked by Bob Cohen, right? And this is one of the answers in which Prabhupada is saying that if you, after taking Diksha, if you are taking any spiritual, uh, certainly you are making any default, you are making any sinful action, then your Guru Maharaj has to suffer. So we have to be very careful while taking Diksha also. It's a very big responsibility on. When the spiritual master is suffering, Krishna saves him. Krishna says, oh, he has taken so much responsibility for delivering a fallen person. What does it mean? And try to understand this two aspects, which he was trying to tell Bob Cohen. On the one side, it is said that the spiritual master takes all the responsibility of the devotee whom he has got initiated. But Krishna also understands na, ki the Guru is so merciful that he is taking everything on himself. So Krishna understands that. But that doesn't mean that, oh, okay, Krishna understands that, so he will pardon my Guru Maharaj, so let me commit and keep on committing all the sinful activities. Does it mean that? No. So we have to be pure and sincere by doing and following what our Guru Maharaj has said and not put our Guru Maharaj into a sinful activity. And it is up to Krishna what he does, right? So we should not take advantage of the mercifulness of it. We should not take advantage. He is anyway being so kind to us. And always remember, Krishna is the enjoyer, Krishna is the proprietor, Krishna is the friend. If you know these three things, remember, if you know these three things, then you will never be unhappy. There will be never any tension. If these three things are known, there will be no war in this world. There will be no fight in this world. Can you imagine? If everybody in this world knows that you are not the owner, Krishna is the owner, will there be any fight between any country? Will there be any fight between one brother and another brother? Will there be any fight between brother and sister? No. It means all the information, all the knowledge which is there is all false information. Just these three things. The proprietor is Krishna. You are not the enjoyer. Krishna is the enjoyer. And the problem is, everybody says, I am the enjoyer. Trump says, I am the enjoyer. I will bomb Iran. Israel says, I am the enjoyer. Right? Likewise, every country is after the life of another country because they say, no, this is my, I am the enjoyer. All political parties in every country and very much in our country, they are all fighting against each other, blaming each other. Why? Because everybody wants to become the prime minister. Why? Because they want to be the enjoyer. They want to be MP, MLA. So somebody can tell them, my dear friends, you all are servants of Krishna. You are not the enjoyer, right? Like the Prime Minister of India has said that I am the Pratham Sevak of the country. Pratham Sevak, I am not the Prime Minister, I am the Pratham Sevak, he has said, right? So that is the approach of a Karam Yogi. That is the approach which we all have to. And if we are able to say, share these 3 points to everybody. Number one, we will never be unhappy. We will always be happy. Where is the fight? There is no fight, na? Because if our children are doing well, right, they are the children of Krishna. If children are doing well, then Krishna is the enjoyer. If children are doing something, right, Krishna is the proprietor and Krishna is the friend. If you know these three things, then your knowledge is full. Just imagine the power of our Shastra. Knowledge is full. You do not require to understand anything more. This is coming in Mukund Upanishad 1.3. Now, we would have never read Mukund Upanishad. Mercy of Rupa that he has put this in this to Bob Cohen. And that's how we are getting to know about it. The sages knowing me, this is coming from Bhagavad Gita 5.29. The sages knowing me as the ultimate purpose of all sacrifices and austerities, the supreme lord of all planets and demigods, and the benefactor and well-wisher of all living entities, attain peace from the pangs of material misery. This is coming in Bhagavad Gita. So, so we are coming, the content of this call, we have gone through this. This is how the content was divided. Krishna, the all attractive in this book. Vedic culture, Varna Ashram, this is how the content was divided. The real goal of life, the three modes of nature, right? This is how the various content is. And I will share with you some of the content and so that we can spend some time. Krishna, the all attractive. So remember, everything is God, but also not God. This is the concept of Achinta Bhedan. Simultaneously, everything is positive and negative. If you know the process, the DT becomes Krishna. If you know the process, and we have discussed the process, DT becomes Krishna, right? Vedic culture, Varna Ashram Dharam, what is being talked about over here. The Vedic principle is to reduce attachment. The whole system is called Varna Ashram Dharma. This is known as Varna Ashram Dharma. So it's basically the concept is to reduce the attachment to material things. And the real goal of life is to go back to God, go back to Godhead. That's the real objective. Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, if anyone comes to me, he does not come back again. He is not born again. This is what Krishna is saying. And we have already known this place is Dukhalaya, right? And place of miseries. A man gets a higher birth or lower birth according to the association of the gunas or the three modes of material nature. Rajagun, Tamogun, and Satogun. So basis the gun in which he is, he gets the higher mode or the lower mode of life. Vanprasth is when one is a little detached from family, while sannyas is fully detached. So we are supposed to, after the age of 50, get into Vanprasth ashram. After 75, we are totally supposed to be detached and get into sannyas ashram. So what are you saying about these different points? These are some important points which are coming in this book. I have tried to club them and contain into different categories so that you can note them about what are the gems which Prabhupada has talked about. So that I thought that we may not miss it, so let me put it. Likewise, on becoming pure, the perfect devotee, acting in Krishna, knowledge of Krishna, advancing in Krishna consciousness. What are the points which are coming up in this book I am sharing with you? Hare Krishna. You can improve welfare of others when own life is successful. Okay? So what does it mean? It means very simply that Prabhupada is saying, first try to improve upon your own life. Please take care of your own life. Okay? As they say in English, charity begins at home. Neha Mataji, you're getting it? Charity begins at home. Krishna Bandhu Prabhu, you're getting it? Shivani Mataji, I hope you're all enjoying the class. I am so happy that you're all smiling and you're so dedicated. Sadanand Gaur Prabhu, Jai Prakash Prabhu, you are from Chhattisgarh, Raipur. Hare Krishna. Very nice, dedicated devotees. Yeah, that's very good. Hare Krishna. And Sujata Mataji, you have been busy doing multitasking. Good. Very nice. And Kulchandra Ramdas Prabhu, you are from Nagpur. I hope you are enjoying the class. You're enjoying the class. Hare Krishna. Usha Mataji, you are enjoying the class. You're liking the class. Thank you. Leela Swarupni Devi Mataji, you are liking the class. Ruba Ahuja Mataji, you're liking it. Hare Krishna. Gauri Tyagi, Hare Krishna. Shivani Mataji, Jain Shorashkia, very good. So, if you become Krishna consciousness, you will feel happy always. The last presentation, we spent a lot of time discussing in a very structured manner how to become happy and always be happy, right? So, this will is the happiness will ultimately make you pure consciousness, and the pure consciousness will make your heart pure, and this will lead to Krishna. Prabhupada was saying that if you follow the regulative principles very for 6 months also, your heart will start becoming purer and you will next move to the next level. Prabhupada said that chanting process is very powerful in terms of purifying your heart. So even if somebody says, look, I've been chanting for years, but I don't feel happy, then there is something wrong. Then we are not hearing each and every word of the Mahamantra. And then we are not concentrating. We are doing multitasking. So that is where the reason is. And we may do it for 10 years, 20 years, and we will not get the benefit. Otherwise, Prabhupada is saying within 6 months we should get. The perfect devotee, right? Voluntarily he gets into austerity. Reason for austerity you have discussed, that makes you detach from materiality and moves you towards spirituality. Prabhupada says you chant, you dance, eat nicely. Maya is imposing so many difficulties, but as soon as you surrender to Krishna, there is no more imposition. By following his qualities of work, every man can become perfect. Now, acting in Krishna, acting in knowledge of Krishna, he must be very, very intelligent, and then he can understand Krishna. To become an innocent, ignorant simpleton is not a very good quality. So Prabhupada is saying that you may be an innocent person, but unless and until you have some gyan, it is important. That will not really help you much. Simplicity is all right, but one must not be unintelligent. So this is what Prabhupada has told us. So, so he has not in any way said simplicity is not good. Simplicity is very, very good. He has encouraged it. At the same time, he has said we should be intelligent, right? So if a person says, I am very simple, I have not read Bhagavad Gita, dekha jayega, those type of things, it will not help. If the knowledge is there in front of you, and you said, I have not read it because, I am so simple, that is not going to. So whatever is there in front of you, you must take the full benefit. Advancing in Krishna consciousness, one makes his advancement in Krishna consciousness voluntarily giving up his attachment to material nature or Maya. And that is basically you have to dovetail. Appreciate what transcendental knowledge is. If you get knowledge, automatically tapasya will follow. And then you make your advancement in spiritual life. This was what we have discussed, right, on this book. I have tried my best to condense and compress this and bring out some very, very valuable nuggets from this book. And before we go to the next book, Perfection of Yoga, I will welcome you to please ask a few questions. If you have any question, that will be very well appreciated so that you can get clarity. Anybody has any questions to ask?
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna.
Dandavat Pranam.
Prabhuji, my question is, there was this line in book Perfect Question, Perfect Answer, starting में that the soul is the same but always individual. Prabhuji, can you please elaborate that?
Very nice. I'm so happy that you were so attentive and you have asked this question. Very nice, very nice. Really appreciate it. Look, Almighty, when He made the soul, He made it as a constituent and gave it the qualities, same qualities as it is there with Him. Let me tell you, like for example, one milligram of gold will have the same quality as 10,000 kilograms of gold. Okay? Okay? Likewise, every soul has the same divinity, the same possibilities, the same purity, right? Right? As it is there in the other. So when Lord started and the process of souls were there, who have been there from the beginning, Lord did not make any difference between one soul and another. Like a father does not make any difference between one child and the other child. Like your one child and other child will have the same DNA, right? Same DNA. Likewise, one soul and the other soul, the DNA is the same. However, they are individually different. Just like your one child and the other child is different, or you are two brothers and two sisters, right? They are all the child of the same parent. You are individually different. At the same time, your DNA is, and the DNA which you have is a DNA which is coming from the Almighty. So He has not made any partiality. Now, because of our karma, of our past karma, right, we have lot of karmic backlog, and that is where the problem arises. Likewise, you know, one person may be doing well, another person may not be doing. I hope I've been able to clarify what is the difference. Hare Krishna. Okay. Now, anybody else who has a question, I'll be more than happy to answer it. Please feel free to ask me. The question which was asked by Mataji was very nice. Really appreciate. Very good. Okay. Now what we will do is can you see the screen, Perfection of Yoga?
Yes, Prabhuji.
You can see. Thank you so much.